today. It's been a day, been a roller coaster. But isn't that life? So today we're just going to do hopefully a quick talk on opening your mind and dealing with your mental health crap. So for those that know me and have been following my gibberish for however long I've been gibbering, by the way, thank you to those of you that have been. You know that I've struggled with mental health issues pretty much my entire adult, and actually probably, to be honest, my entire life. Way back before mental health was a not so cool thing. And I've always gone to psychologists, psychiatrists, tried the light therapy, tried, everything out there that mainstream Western doctors tell you that you should do. Had to fight for a lot of it with a military background. Back in the time I was dealing with this, the military wasn't a super organized and super great organization, I guess, for lack of better words, to deal with mental health issues. And but that's all I knew. And so I kept going, I kept trying, I kept going and talking and watching these lights and doing exposure therapy, doing all of these things that were supposed to help. And for the most part, I would just leave feeling drained, but not in a good sense. So I'd do that, I'd keep taking my antidepressants, I'd keep taking my anti-anxiety, I'd keep taking pills to sleep, I'd keep taking pills to stay awake. I'd just keep taking pills because that's what they did. So when I finally decided it was time to come off the pills, I went to a plant-based option. I became a cannabis user and had a lot of great results with that. Back when I first started using it, I was able to sleep, I was able to bring my anxiety levels down a little bit, but it still didn't feel right. So in probably the last 2 years, really, I've really started digging deep into the other side, digging deep into the spiritual world. Now, when I say spiritual world, I don't mean religion. I don't mean going to church. Nothing wrong if that works for you. I wish you, all the best. Keep doing what you're doing if it works. For me, it never worked. I had a lot of trauma and just ill feelings towards the churches. So that wasn't the thing for me. But when I started looking at the spiritual side of things and started actually looking into kind of like self-healing and dealing with emotions and figuring out what it really means to sit with your emotions. I thought I'd been doing that for the past 15 flipping years, going to see a psychiatrist every week and a psychologist every week and sitting there and talking. Is that not sitting with your thoughts? Maybe for some it is, and I don't mean any ill words towards any of this type of mental health that is out there, because it definitely serves a purpose. But maybe it could better serve a purpose if we incorporated some of these other, I keep wanting to call them quacky, hippy-dippy things, and I know that's not right, and I know that's probably offensive to someone. I don't mean it in any offensive way at all. But to me, that's what I always looked at them. I'm like, oh my gosh, those are just, like dope smoking crazies that just sit and do whatever. Well, I apologize for all of the times I thought that and said that, because man, oh man, going down this path, learning about frequency healing, learning about vibrations, and learning about what all these emotions can do inside and how our emotions are so closely knit and have a profound effect on our physical health, seeing how everything goes together and looking at the body in a more holistic way. Man, oh man, if I had known this years ago, I probably would have been a lot happier. I would have been a lot less of that crazy mom, that crazy spouse, that crazy partner who brought a lot of pain and suffering into people that I was with and that were trying to help me. But I didn't. So I'm not going to sit here and dwell on what I didn't do, but what I am going to say is I'm just encouraging you all to have an open mind, and explore things. And when I say sit with your feelings, I mean find some time to really just sit. And if you're sad, let yourself cry. When you start to sit and when you start to give these emotions names and sort of maybe even look at where they're coming from and give them the time, they're there to serve a purpose. They're there to tell you something. They're there to help you learn and grow. So let them. Stop fighting them. Stop fighting them. Let your emotions be emotions and let them go. It's kind of weird, and there's a ton of rabbit holes you can get lost on out there once you start doing this exploring, but what have you got to lose? You know, sometimes even to get into the mental health system, we're waiting 6 months, we're waiting a year to get in to see a psychiatrist. That is just insanity. But what if in that time when we're waiting, what if we started looking inwardly? What if we started trying to find a little rabbit hole that is going to lead us into something that clicks with us? Because there's so much stuff out there that we just tend to turn our noses up, or we just, turn a blind eye because those are just the crazy people doing that. Well, you know what? Maybe those quote unquote crazy people, maybe they know something we don't know. So instead of just sitting back and waiting and, giving all of this power and all of this control over to your medical professions that you're working with. Again, I am not telling anybody in any way, shape, or form to stop seeing your doctors. Keep doing what you're doing, but maybe try doing things a little bit differently in your own time. Maybe try giving yourself some time to explore. Maybe instead of scrolling, like I've said before, instead of just scrolling through and seeing how everybody's perfect life is on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or wherever it is you are, maybe get onto YouTube and start looking up frequency healings. Start looking up meditation. Start looking up yoga. Start looking up whatever you find out there. Give it some time. You deserve it. You are not put on this world to suffer and to be in pain all the time. So start looking into things a little differently. It might just be the help you need. It might just be that little push to keep you going. And if nothing else, maybe it's going to give you something to laugh at. Maybe the stuff is just so out there that you come across that, but whatever it is, you're giving your brain some new knowledge. You're giving your brain, you're giving your mind, you're giving your body some new stuff. How can that be a bad thing? So with that being said, I wish you all of the strength. I wish you all of the compassion. I wish you all of the love you need as you continue on your journey to whatever it is you're trying to find. And know that deep down inside you, you have whatever you need to get to wherever you're supposed to be. Let your body help you. With that being said, have a great day. Treat yourself with kindness. Treat others with love, compassion, and peace. And of course, much love and peace to you all. Bye for now.